By attention.
You need to know, of course, we get progress in the show, but that's half. You are pushing me, not pushing me. That's half of what we stand in that position. The other half is you forgiving me. I take your brother to see. Yeah, but the other half is that's where you fit people as well as
And controversy.
I must cook. So my best.
How do you feel?
I don't have any explanations for the people outside, so I don't bother them.
I don't understand.
You did my bed, you grabbed it, you don't.
I did.
No problem. This point in time, they already know do our relationship, me and my cool. But at the same time,
Guys, how do you solve a problem like Ozee? Because Ozee is fast becoming a problem. In fact, he is a problem. How do you solve a problem with a man who tells every woman what he wants to hear? He tells Victoria what she wants to hear, and then he tells Onyeka what she wants to hear. Like, how is somebody this successful at being a polygamist in the same space? So intelligent, beautiful women. Like, one person is just, how would I say, he's turning their head? Well, he's just giving them everything they want, and they're cool with each other. Not like really cool, but like they're okay with, I like the same guy that you like, and it's fine. I like him, you like him, no problem. We can. It's not making sense to me, because at this point, Big Brother needs to call Ozee out. Ebuka has to help us, please. Ebuka, help us. Call Ozee to order. I know you've done it before, but please do it again, because Ozee needs more of that. Now, that was Ozee and Onyeka last night. And earlier yesterday, we were seeing him and Victoria. They were cool, like they were having conversations. Everything was fine. Just for them to, they got into the pool, and there he was with Onyeka. They were dancing. There was all of that. There was a whole lot of Onyeka yesterday. But before we get into that, do not forget that this is BBNaija Updates here on Leadership TV, and I am Ruth Nwoku. You're welcome to BBNaija Updates. Let us get the ball rolling. Now, about yesterday, guys, we had a whole lot of Onyeka. I know I talk about Onyeka a lot, but that's because Onyeka is giving us something to talk about. And when your business is out there, your business is everybody's out there. So, guys, Onyeka's fans, Onyeka is my business now. We'll talk about her because she's in the house and we've got to watch her. And she says what we want to hear. I mean, when we were saying your house was boring, Onyeka was just watching at us, was just looking at us, because right now she said, "You take my beer." Like, I held Onyeka's beer while Onyeka started giving us drama. Because yesterday, Onyeka was speaking with TJ and she was like, "Me, I don't really do. My sister Chizoba is a cool person. She's not really the alcohol type. I didn't even know she was able to handle alcohol. But now, me, I've always been like that. My mom knows me. We twerk, we drink, but drink doesn't get to me. Even if I drink alcohol, I don't get tipsy, like all of that." But last night, I don't know if that was being tipsy or if there was something else, but I shall know that that was not Onyeka that we knew. I don't know if to blame it on alcohol or on something else. Now, see what happened. Before we talk about the pool party, because that's going to be the last thing I'll talk about today. That pool party was a whole lot. But before then, let us talk about the party where the pool party ended. And then Biggie said everybody should go inside and all of that. And, Kelly was trying to be done with the chicken and the meat. And he was trying to tell everybody, you guys should go inside, please, before Biggie will start. We don't obey Biggie a whole lot. And Biggie is not happy about the fact that we are not always obedient. So everybody be fast, gather your things and go inside. And just like that, everybody was struggling to get into the house. And here was Onyeka turning. She turned around and then she went back to where the pool party was happening to get a bottle of beer. And then she was coming back and Ozee was trying to tell her that, "See, let me tell you, the way you've been acting, you're getting yourself into problems, you're getting yourself into trouble, considering the fact that Big Brother punished some housemates a few days ago for outright disobedience." So Ozee was trying to, I care about you, make me care about you a whole lot. So I don't like the fact that you get yourself into problems, into trouble, and then you get punished, and then I'll have to. But Onyeka was not listening to any of what Ozee was saying. She was like, she was doing a whole lot of girly things. "You're pushing me away. I want to do this. I want to," and I was like, "Onyeka, is that you?" But she continued. She was like, "I want to bite your bed." Eh? And Ozee was watching. And guys, just like that, Onyeka made her face. She went forward And then she actually did beat Ozzy's bear. You know, I was looking at Ozzy's reaction there. He was like, "This girl, you looking for trouble." He was like, "If no be camera where they here, it's here for do you." That was that was what his reaction was saying. But at this point, I'm beginning to feel for whichever woman Ozzy said he has outside, because my sister, how you watching that? How you doing? Somebody should check on Ozzy's woman outside the house, because I'm not sure she's doing well. I'm not sure she's doing fine. I'm not sure that young woman is coping at all. This is a whole lot to take home. And consider the fact that OC started speaking to Ozzy about it later, that come on, this thing you are doing with Onyeka, be very, very careful. But let's get away from that and then talk about the fact where housemates were talking about housemates that have been evicted. And then again, we have Onyeka on the high table of that. And then she was talking about Chinwe. And you know, for a split second, I actually wish, you know, I actually was looking forward to Chinwe leaving the house. But like yesterday, I wish Chinwe would just come back to the house for like 3 seconds and then indulge Onyeka while Onyeka was talking about her, because Onyeka was saying Chinwe, she has strong mind though. That Chinwe, very, very strong mind. You know the way when we got into the house, Chinwe was behaving like this. And with how Onyeka explained it, you would know that Onyeka practically has had problems with almost all the housemates in the house, even without them knowing. Because how was she? We're thinking she was cool with Chinwe. And all of a sudden, yesterday, she was talking a whole lot. It was Kalire that was trying to calm the whole thing down. She was telling her that Chinwe has a very soft heart, if you understand Chinwe very, very well. I mean, we know Chinwe, she's all, let's talk about it, let's do it, what will happen tomorrow, make it happen today. But when it gets to the problem, like when the problem emerges, when the problem sits down for high table, that Chinwe will start crying. And Onyeka was not having it. She was like, no. That Chinwe, you know, it is only Zion that she cries for. And Kalire was trying to. Kalire is so peaceful. Guys, and TJ, I don't know why people are still telling TJ things, because TJ was right there when they were having this conversation. If not me, if I'm in the house, I won't say anything where TJ is, considering the kind of history that we know he has. Imagine what he was telling you was what he was telling Victoria a few days ago about Kandi. Somebody confided in you, and why would you do that? Now, let's go back to what they were saying about Chinwe. And then she was saying that even with Zion, that the whole thing that happened with Zion, and then she jumped from there and went to Mikey. And she was saying that she misses Mikey so much in the house. Now, this was with Suj. She was saying, I miss Mikey so much in the house because Mikey is the single girl's solace. That, like, Mikey is one person that gives us free rocking. And I'm like, hey, Onyeka, there's always something. You always have something to say. Are we ever going to have enough of Onyeka in the house? Are we going to have the last of what Onyeka has to say? Because she always has something to say. And she was saying yesterday that it was Mikey. You know, when we want to rock, it's only Mikey that will have to rock. Other people are in a ship in this house. And what have you been doing with Ozzy? Auntie Onyeka, what have you been doing with Ozzy? I know her fans should say whatever they want to say, but today, we'll talk about this Onyeka issue once and for all, because Onyeka today talk. Girl talked a whole lot. And then she was saying that no, that she with Tammy too, she has problem with Tammy when they were in the house. She had issues with Tammy, and this is what Tammy did, and this is what Tammy did not do, and all of that. We would never have the last of Onyeka in the house. That is what I'm beginning to see now. Like Onyeka is not going anytime soon. Onyeka has plenty gist. And then she talked about Ben. She said she's happy that Ben was there for her sister, and that the fact that Ben was mentally prepared when he left the house. I actually do miss Ben, because I mean, Onyeka is giving us drama, but Ben was giving us laughs. Ben was making us happy. Ben was giving us joy. And now he's no longer there. We are still happy. We still have his media around, so we are seeing him on our screens. And then moving forward from that, there was Wanya and Handy sharing childhood memories yesterday. They were showing the whole house pictures of them while they were kids. They were bringing out pictures, and it got me asking. The bringing out, is it allowed? Kind of. I don't know. I've not read the rules, but is it allowed for people to bring in their childhood pictures, to bring in pictures from outside into the house? Because that was what I did yesterday. They brought pictures of them into the house, and they were showing fellow housemates, and they were like, oh, look at us, look at how our face is, we are so beautiful, and all of that. And it got to a part where Wani was talking about her mother explicitly. She was saying, "Ha, she has mommy resemble Chris woman for here." And I said, "Hey, God, which one is this? How does somebody say her mama resemble Chris woman inside public like that?" Because it wasn't making sense to me. And then she got talking. She was saying I was such a cute baby, and they were showing pictures and all of that. And we're thinking that was the last of it, like the whole showing of pictures. But guys, Onyeka brought her own picture too. You see, after they started talking about Onyeka, but Onyeka also brought her own pictures. Now, Onyeka brought out her childhood pictures too and started showing. She was flowing with it. Now, what happened before she brought out her pictures? Well, they were talking about this whole Victoria and Cassia issues. And Onyeka is still where she's still standing where she's standing. She's still maintaining the fact that she feels that Victoria actually has something in mind for her. And not just about Victoria, Cassia in particular. Cassia was not there then because they were making her later. But she was talking about Cassia in particular. She said she knows that Cassia has something in mind for her. And then she was thinking that all of the whole other housemates would buy into it, and then they will start carrying face for her and all of that. But Onyeka is not resting anytime soon. Because as he's looking, Victoria is actually cool with the fact that she can share Ozee with her, sorry. But not Onyeka. Onyeka is not cool with that. She went on talking about her whole situationship and all of that. And then it ended where she brought out her pictures to show us. And TJ was watching the pictures. TJ was looking at the pictures. He'll pass the other one. He'll look at this one. He'll pass the other one. You're watching the pictures normal. And all of a sudden, TJ said, "Is this not Erufai?" And Onyeka said, "Yes, that's Erufai. That's Erufai inside the picture. It was I and Erufai." And she said, I need to clear my throat to actually say this one because Onyeka said Erufai took her number. Like Erufai collected her number and collected her school address. And he did not reach out to her. Now what we don't know is where and when exactly. Of course we know Onyeka is a lawyer, she studied law, so we are not disputing the fact that she has actually met Erufai. But it's the fact where she was saying that the part where she was saying Erufai collected her number and then he collected her school address and then he didn't reach out to her after then. And TJ was saying, "You mean it? Is it true?" And Wani and Hani didn't say anything. Consider the fact that they are from, the Erufai that we know, if that is the Erufai they are talking about. Consider the fact that they are from that state. They didn't say anything. They were just cool with the whole thing. And he got me asking, is not everything that somebody should say at the end of the day? I mean, some things are just better left like that because she could implicate herself. But moving on from the whole implication. Now, there was a point where Ozee and Victoria and OC, Cassia was there, Kelly Ray was there, and I think TJ as well, because TJ is always where the gist is. We are looking out for TJ. That's one thing him and Ben have in common, and people are asking how Ben and TJ can be friends. That is how. The both of them, you see that gossip, gist something, sorry, they're always there. Now, yesterday, they were having a conversation, and then it got to a point where Ozee was telling Victoria to share her experience of when she traveled to Italy, how with the guy that she met. And Victoria didn't really give the details. She just said she met the guy and they were cool. And Ozee was persistent. "You mean you guys hooked up?" Victoria was saying, "No, we didn't hook up. We just met. We were just friends." And then all of that. And Ozee was sweet on. He said, No. Just say it. Okay, what is the guy's name? Now Victoria refused. She was keeping out those details also she does not implicate the person. And Ozee was not having it. He was still persistent. He was saying, "Tell us the name of the guy. Talk about it. What happened? We are not kids. Just say it." He was even trying to, the accent. I mean, he gave you gelato, eh? Did he win your heart with the gelato? Did he win your heart with the gelato? And all of that. But Victoria was not giving that information. She was just saying that they traveled for work, and that was that. They just traveled for work, and then she kind of just met the guy, and then they were just friends. It was just cool between them, and there was it. And then they now told Ozee that Ozee, okay, share your own experience of when you traveled to Spain for vacation. And then Ozee started. He was like that there was a point where he was chatting with somebody. He's been in conversation with somebody, and then he decided to go and see the person in Spain. And then he traveled to Spain. While he traveled to Spain, he met up with the girl. He said he just traveled. It was just for a quickie. Hey, and I had to rewind. My brain had to rewind. It's live. My brain had to rewind. Did the guy just say he traveled to Spain for quickie? Hey, wonders will never end. Wonders is not ending anytime soon. Ozee said it. He said he traveled. That the thing is, what he was doing then is that he wake up in the morning because the girl was thinking he was just there for 2 days. She didn't know that his flight was extended for like another 5 days, so he had a whole lot of time. Now, what happens is when one lady comes and then they finish what they want to do, that she would go, and then when she goes, she does not know. She actually she probably thinks that he's going to go back from where he's coming from immediately after she leaves, but that's not the case. That he'll just call somebody else, that is another girl, to come, and then when she comes, they will now continue from there where they stopped. And I'm like, hey God, Ozee, which one is you traveled from wherever you were to Spain just because you wanted to meet up with girls and all of those things that come with it. You know, money is a beautiful thing, but at the end of the day, I'm still looking at this whole picture of how Ozee talks and how Onyeka talks. And let's just say that somehow I feel like these two people actually do deserve each other. What I don't understand is how Victoria is actually at the middle of all of this. Now, I am not like a staunch Victoria fan, guys. Just keep me down. What I'm saying is the way these two people talk. I mean, there was Victoria was sharing her own experience as well, but she wasn't giving up some of the details. She was being careful with details that she gives. Guys, that is not Ozee, and that is not Onyeka. They give up their details the way they want it to be. And enough of talking about these two people. Please let us round up with the pool party yesterday. It was so wild. Hey, it was yesterday's pool party was so wild. Guys, let us pray. A minute silence for Big Brother's swimming pool, because we covered our swimming pool with the blood of God Himself. Big Brother needs to purify. They need to call spiritualists and pastors and everybody to come and pray on that pool and purify it before anybody else can come into it. Because what was all of that yesterday? The girls were twerking fire. Like, the girls were twerking fire and thunder and brimstone and lightning and everything that you could think of. Like, it was so mad. It was so hard. There was Wani, there was Handy, giving it to us where we wanted it to be. And the guys were, almost everybody got into the pool last night, guys. Almost all of them got into the pool. I know what actually caught my attention the most was that Wani and Handy, Wani didn't really do the whole tying herself around Sean the whole night, you know, the way it used to be. Because last night everybody was loose. At first she got into the pool with her sister. They said this week back, they moved their wig and then they kept something and said, let us parry first. And yes, guys, they partied. It was so hot. But you know, one thing caught me. Everybody was twerking, you know. Let me not forget to tell you that part. Including Anita. Anita twerked. Like, I actually had to put my eye to watch very well, but the girl twerked. She received lessons very, very well from Nelly. Whatever you're doing, Nelly, thank you for doing it for us. And then we watched a whole lot of Cassia. There was a whole lot of everybody. And of course, there was a whole lot of Onyeka. Because see what happened, guys, yesterday. While they stepped into the pool, at a point, Onyeka got in, and then Ozee got in. So the both of them, you know that thing, that round thing that is usually inside swimming pool. I've forgotten the name, but it's round. And then it could contain two people. So Onyeka and then Ozee, they were inside. I was scared for the thing. You should say this thing no go bust, but it did not bust. Now they were just inside, they were just doing their thing. They were doing everything they wanted to do. And then I was beginning to think of how would Victoria be feeling? But all of a sudden, I saw Victoria walk into the pool as well. And then she stepped right into the pool. Where did two people were? Now while she was there, Candy also, at that time, Wani had gone to be with Sean. So Candy stepped into the pool as well and was playing with Onyeka and was playing with Victoria. Let's see how this whole thing goes. And then Ozee comes in, and then he's now with Victoria and Handy. And Onyeka and Ozee were still at their own end doing their thing. And I'm like, people get mind though for this house. And things were happening. They were playing, there was a whole lot going on. All of a sudden, Ozee leaves, Handy leaves, and Victoria was in the pool right on her own. It kind of struck some kind of respect for me for Victoria, because Onyeka would never like to be in that kind of situation. But she was there, they were doing her thing. And at a point, Ozee now had to pull away. It was not Ozee that was uncomfortable. Ozee was now uncomfortable. He now had to pull away from Onyeka to go be with Victoria. And we were waiting for what would happen at the end. But at the end, we saw what happened with Onyeka and Ozee. But what do you guys think right now? Because I don't understand how Ozee has a situation in the house and the whole thing that's happening between him and Victoria it's just sorry with Onyeka, it's just happening like that. We know these people like each other. I know they behave as if it's just bestie sometimes, but bestie will not kill us because we know what is going on between the both these people. But what do you guys think right now? Is it that they should actually come out from their shells and actually become a sheep because they are confusing me? At the end of the day, guys, what's gonna be is gonna be. And guys, that is it for BBNaija today. My name is Ruth. Before we go on, there is one oh, I knew Onyeka's fan will come for me. I knew Onyeka's fans will come for me. But well, what is Chidima saying? Chidima is saying Onyeka is the reason for this season. With her, nothing to talk about. Girl with the brain. That is so beautiful. Hope we have Victoria's fans coming to say it because she's not the only person with brain now. Victoria has brain as well. And the reason for this season, yes, I couldn't believe because the drama she's giving us is not here. We look forward to see more of Onyeka because I will not stop talking about her. You guys should keep it coming. And do not forget, until we meet again next week for another session of BBNaija updates. This is Leadership TV, and I am Ruth Woku, known as God.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership